The Bible is our constitution. This is something that we're supposed to lean upon. But it's something that's being taught in the Christian church, well, told in the Christian church, because it's not being taught. They can't teach you anything, something that they don't know, right? Read.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about? Hey,
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses went to elders of Israel.
Right, Moses came to the elders of Israel to give them something, right? Read on.
Commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments.
Right, he gave orders to tell the children of Israel. He gave that to the elders to tell them to keep all the commandments of God, right? Read on.
Right. Which I command you this day.
Right. Drop that. Yeah, let me get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. Right? He went to the elders and gave them an order, right? To pass down these orders to the children of Israel, to tell them to keep the commandments, because it's not being taught today in the Christian church. The Christian church tell you can smoke weed, right? You can sleep with your neighbor's wife or husband, right? You can divorce your significant other, right? Read on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
Right, so Moses is telling them, right, if you keep these commandments, if you follow the law, right, all these what?
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day,
right?
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
Right, he said he'll set you on high if you keep all the commandments, right? But the Christian church don't teach that. The Christian church say the law is done away with. Nobody can keep the law. If you want to be like Christ. Christ said, you know, keep the law and you'll make it into the kingdom, right?
That's right.
That's the only way you can make it into the kingdom, right? He said, keep the law. Be ye perfect as your Father is in heaven.
That's right.
But the Christian church don't say that. You do all things through Christ, but keep the law. Right, read on.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Well, tell me why the Christian church is not teaching that if you keep the law, that you be on high above all nations of the earth.
Right.
They're not teaching that though. What the I.S.U.P.K is. Right, let me get the book, let me drop down to verse 15. Right?
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
That's right, so if we don't follow these laws, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if we don't follow these laws that Moses gave unto the children of Israel, right? If we don't follow them, he said that we'd be cursed, right? What is a curse, right? What is that? What does that look like? Us strung out on drugs.
Right.
Us, you know, unaliving each other in the streets.
Right.
Right, treating each other like animals.
That's
right. That's what the oppressor does. The oppressor treats a person like an animal. He hunts you down just like he do a deer.
That's right.
Right, and that's exactly what he's doing to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right, read on.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
What I just say, man? He hunts you down in the street like an animal.
Right.
Right? What curse shalt thou be in the city? What does that look like? Right? As we walking to and fro, we get stopped and frisked, man. Well, that's what they doing now. They stop and frisk. Right? They stop you in the middle of the street, or they pull you out your car, yank you out your car, break your windows, right? Just because he pulled you over for a headlight that's out, or a tail light. Right? You're looking for any excuse to stop a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian just to hunt them down, right? Cursed in the city, right? Read on.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field, man. When you look back into when we are in slavery, right? In the sugarcane field, what he do? He whoop us if we ain't picking up.
Right.
Right in the cotton field, he whooped us if we ain't picking up, man. That's what he did in the tobacco field, right? In the work field now, what? Last hire, first fire, man.
That's right.
You know, a brother said, I watched an interview very recently, right? Brother said he filled out over 90 applications. He didn't get One phone call, an email, nothing. Why is that? Kershaw not be in the field, man. We don't get no rest here, man.
That's right.
They'd rather see you fall than to make any type of successful income for your family, right?
Right.
We don't?
Verse 17. Kershaw that beat by the basket in thy store.
Man, you raise up a store here in America, it's gonna get torn down, man.
Right.
It's gonna get torn down because they don't want you to own anything.
That's right.
Right? If I could, can I get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, 28 verse 32. Right? This goes to show you that here in America, man, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were never meant to race to anything. We were always supposed to be on the low. But let me tell you something. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have created everything upon this earth. But yet, nobody wants to give it to us. Right? But the Most High said Jacob is the creator of all things. We've made all things.
Right.
But here for our disobedience, for our transgressions against the law, the Lord has put us into a low position. Right? Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Man, what does that sound like, man? What does that sound like? We got a slave auction right down the street. That's what they used to sell us, right? Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. We were sold, man. We were sold like animals, like cattle, man. Like cattle slavery, right? That's how they treated us, like animals, right? It's like, read that again.
Curse.
Wait.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Right, CPS, man. CPS come knock on your door because you ain't home because you got to work all day.
Right.
You at work all day because here in America, man, you can't make a living off $7.25, man. You can't make a living off of that. Here in America, you have to make over $20 just to pay your rent, minus the food, minus the car, if you have a car.
Right.
Right? Here in America, you're not supposed to race anything, and this is directed to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indigenous people, right?
Right.
Read on.
And thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
Exactly, man. Just how you see as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians live in their conditions, right? They say we just ghetto, man. That's what they say about us, right? But you have not given us any type of resource, any type of help. Nobody has looked upon us and said, well, damn, maybe these people right here would be something if we just lend them a hand, if we just give them something. But here in America, we have never been given anything.
Right.
You want poor people, us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, us being the poor, we will always be poor to them even if we had something, right? Here in America, we've always been trodden down. We've always been stepped on. We've never amounted to anything because here in America, we are only been seen as being poor. That's the only way that they see a black man, Hispanic man, or Native Indian. Right? Read on.
And fill with longing for them all the day long.
Man, we don't have any type of resource to even have a say-so of when our children are taken by CPS. Why? Because here, right, we got to go to work, as I just said. We got to go to work for long periods of hours, a long time, just to pay one bill in the household, right? You can drop that. Let me get the book of Jeremiah, right? Chapter 15, verse 5. Right? Here, we have never received any type of pat on the back or anything, right? Oh, brother, you doing a good job. You doing this, you doing that. But here in America, man, they say pull yourself up by your bootstraps, man. Pull yourself up, get out the dirt. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have always lived in the dirt here in America. Right, read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem?
Man, this is Jeremiah asking a question. Who shall have pity on you? America doesn't. America doesn't have pity upon anyone, even upon themselves, right?
That's right.
Here in America, what does pity look like? It looks like when we get shot, man, when we get unalived, or sold drugs, put drugs into our community. That's what pity looks like from the oppressor, right? Read on.
Or who shall bemoan thee?
Right, so who shall be sad for thee? Who shall be sad for you? No one is. Right, read on.
Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?
Right, who shall ask you, brother, how you doing today? Who's gonna look upon you and like, damn, brother, you look upset. Are you okay? But the I.S.U.P.K does. We do go out to our neighborhoods, into our projects, into our ghettos, and the barrios to ask brothers, are you all right? Do you need help with this, right? If you need resources, call this number, right? But here in America, America doesn't do that, right? They rather push you further into to being a drug addict, right? To being alcoholic, right? What they do to the Native Indians, they pushed them into the reservations and gave them alcohol. That's what they did. They didn't give them anything, right? Read on. That's it. Right, read it from the top one more time.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem?
Right.
Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?
Right, here in America, man, nobody's gonna ask you how you're doing. Why? Because they don't want you to be okay. They don't want you to amount to anything. But the I.S.U.P.K has been into our neighborhood since 1969, raising our brothers and sisters to be better than what they ever have become when they were in the world, right? That's right. We've raised them under commanding Junior YAHANNA, under Christ, under the Most High, to teach them that this Bible is for them. The law, statutes, commandments is only for us, right? If I could, right? Can I get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54? Right? This Bible is for us, man. But I'm telling our people, for our transgressions, we have, you know, we've been punished for something that, you know, we did for ourselves. Something that we've done for a very long time to show that, it's like, right? Something that we've done to show that the Most High, that, you know, we turned our backs on them. But I'm come to tell you that we have an opportunity to come back to the Lord, to follow these law, statutes, commandments, to show that we actually, you know, care about what the Lord has to say. We care about, you know, the law, statutes, commandments. We have been, you know, trodden down, beaten the streets, unalive, man. But here, right standing on this corner, we're blowing the trumpet, man, telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come back to the Lord, to keep the law, statutes, commandments. Right? Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you.
Right, so that the man that is tender among you, meaning your brother, man, your neighbor. Right, when it says your neighbor, it means your kinfolk. People that come from your people, right? Meaning, that was tender among you, meaning he was kind to you. Right? He came to you, brother, can I borrow a cup of sugar? Right? You may trespass against the brother, you may step on his shoe. Oh, my bad, brother, I didn't mean to step on your shoe. This ain't no problem. Right? Read on.
And very delicate. Right? His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother. What that look like, man? Gang violence.
Right.
Gang violence. That's what that says, right?
Right.
Gang violence is in the Bible. Right? When a brother, you know, he's standing on the block, and another brother from a block down the street, he pull up and unalive him because he on the wrong street. And you know what else that look like? The Christian church, man. One brother a Christian, and he a Baptist, man. And he a Christian too. And man, he a Methodist too. And he a Christian. One brother's Catholic, and he a Christian too. And you know what all? They all hate black people.
That's right.
That's what religion does.
That's right.
If we don't follow the law, statutes, commandments, man, you will hate your brother, right?
Right.
You will do it. And why am I saying that? Because the Christian church doesn't teach you how to love your brother. It teaches you that you can sell drugs to your brother and still love the Lord.
Right.
You can still, you know, raise up a family if you're selling drugs, right? If you've been in a gang, right? Right, you can serve white Jesus. Right, you can celebrate Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, right, and still serve the Lord. And that's a lie, man.
That's
a lie that has been taught to us for over 400 years.
That's
the reason why we're in this position that we are in today.
Right.
Because of the disobedience that we have had.
Right.
The Christian church has trodden down on us, man. He has beat us down for over 400 years. He has beat us down for over 400 years, man. I come out there to tell you the truth of the Bible. That the truth is that keeping the law, statutes, commandments for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is the only way to make it out of this hellhole, man. The only way to make it into the kingdom, right? To get closer to the Most High. As everybody say, oh, they want a relationship with the Lord. They want a personal relationship, whatever that means. Well, let me tell you something. I'll tell you what the Lord does want you to do. He does want you to keep the laws and commandments. He does not want you to eat pork. He does not want you to smoke weed. Right? He wants you to put it down to show you that you love the Lord. Right? Because if you love your brother, you're not going to sell him drugs. Right? You're not going to sleep with his woman. Right? You're not going to unalive him in the street. You're not going to sell him crack. Right? Being a drug dealer is a witch, man. Right? That's witchcraft, right? You're selling potions, man. Right, Rito?
And towards the wife of his bosom.
Man, single mothers, man. He shall leave his wife towards the bosom of his woman, right? He gonna leave her, he gonna beat on her, right? But because of our disobedience, the Lord has put curses on us, man. Right, Rito?
And towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Right, single mother households, right? We have been living in this for a very long time. But nobody tells you that this is in the Bible. And not to mention that father, right? Who was slew on a tree, right? By the oppressor. And his wife was a widow, right? What does that look like? Slavery, right?
That's right.
That's slavery.
That's right.
You're like an animal, man. You know what they do to animals in cattle, you know, with horses, right? Cows, pigs. Right, you know what they do? They breed the animal just to get something that they want. But if they don't want it, you know what they do? They unalive it. They get rid of it. Just like they do a Negro in the street, right? Just like they hang us up, right? Like an ornament on a tree. Just like a Christmas ornament. Strange fruit, right? And how do we get single mother home? From the oppressor, man.
That's right.
He is the one that done it to us, man. He's the one that tell our women they can be independent.
Right.
They can do what they want to do. They don't need a man. They can raise up a child any way they see fit. Right? But let me tell you something. The reason why our children have fallen because of single mother households. Because of single mother households, our children have become monsters. They become beasts to each other. Right? Read on. Try to look at 56.
Verse 56, the tender and delicate woman among you.
Right, so now to hone in onto the black woman, the Hispanic woman, the Native Indigenous woman, right, Rito?
Which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon.
They were so delicate at one point, man, they didn't even walk on the dirt, man.
Right.
You know, throwing flowers at their feet, man. Walking up on the carpet, man, they ain't walk on the dirt. But now our women's feet have turned into bricks, man. Right, we don't?
Be upon the ground,
right?
For the delicateness and tenderness.
Right.
Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom.
Man, you know what she says? She don't need a man.
Right.
She can raise her children either way she sees fit.
Right.
She can raise up a son to be to be effeminate, man. To be gay.
Right.
And what does that? What does the mother say? Man, that's Christianity, man. That's love. That's hate.
That's
man.
right.
That's hate in the Bible.
That's
the Lord said an effeminate man will not make it into the kingdom.
That's right.
The Lord said he hates an effeminate man.
Right.
Well, let me tell you something. In the Christian church, that's what they teach it. They teach that, you know, God love everybody. When the Bible don't say that. The Bible says that, you know, he only loves a specific people. Right? And when you love your son or your daughter, right, you punish them for what they have done. When they go against your rules.
Right.
When blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Lord loved you and have punished you for our iniquities. Punished us for our iniquities. For our sins that we committed against them. When we wanted to go down into America like we do today. Celebrate any type of holiday. Right? And it says here, right, the tender and delicate woman, right, you know?
And towards her son and towards her daughter.
Man, she gonna be evil, right? When she was tender and delicate towards her children, to her husband, man. She don't need a man. She gonna raise her son to be effeminate, right? And read it from the top one more time.
Verse 56, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom,
right?
And towards her son, and towards her daughter.
And towards her daughter, man. She gonna put them kids out, man. I've known brothers and sisters that went through hell with their mother because their mother decided that she don't need a man in the household. Right? And all of this comes from being disobedient to the Lord.
That's right.
Right? When you start following after the oppressor, he'll have your parents, right? Working sun up to sun down. And when you're slaving like that, how can you raise a family? How can you love them? You know what they give you, man? They give you Christianity, man. They tell you to go sit down in the Christian church, and what your pastor do? Oh, you go to your pastor? Pastor, I need help. He tell you, I'm gonna pray for you. And all these things further destroy your family, man. They further put you into the hell that you already was in, man. Right. They put you in a deeper hole, in a deeper pit. Why? Because America has never loved you. The Christian church does not teach love. They teach hate. They teach you how to hate your brother, how to become more of a single mother, how to put the father out of the household, right? You know?
Verse 57, and towards her young one that cometh out from beneath her feet.
You know what that sounds like? Abortion. Right? When the mother gets pregnant, and you know, she like, oh, I can't raise a child because of the condition that we live in, because of our disobedience. He says she's gonna get rid of the child, man. Right, we don't?
And towards her children, which she shall bear, and for she shall eat them for one all things secretly, and the day is readiness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gate.
Right, you know what that sounds like, man? We're so beaten down, right? Our mothers have been struck out on drugs, right? And sell a baby just for crack, man. Just to, you know, to make her life more easy.
Right.
Right? To make her stress go down, we have been, you know, oppressed even further, man. To make us want to have drugs, man. To make us want to get high.
Right.
To make us want to be drunk.
Right.
Right? When the Lord said, because of our disobedience, the curses that were put on us for our disobedience. That's why it happened, right? It's like,
verse 58, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God.
Right, saying if you don't keep this law, man, you're gonna learn how to fear the Lord. You're gonna learn exactly what it means to be in fear for your life. This is for our disobedience, man. Right? If I could, can I get the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3? So for our, you know, disobedience against the Lord, we have been, you know, put in every situation to where it doesn't really matter of how we react to it. It doesn't matter because right. So down to a point to where, man, we don't even look to even care about anything that we do to ourselves.
Right.
Right? We don't?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knows his owner.
An ox, right? This is talking about animals, right? An ox knows its owner. A regular person that hasn't raised an ox since a baby, right, can't walk up to an ox and be like, you know, I want to touch it. An ox becomes very violent, right? I don't know if you've ever seen a wild ox, right? He'll tear down and he'll come into the farm and rip everything apart, right? You know?
And the ass his master's crib.
An ass, a dumb animal, right? He knows how to get back home if he leaves. If he leaves, you know exactly which way to go to make it back to the house, right? You know?
But Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider.
Right, man, it says blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians don't even consider to be the Lord's people. And you know why that is? Because they say the Jewish man is the Lord's people. That's what they say. But let me tell you something. The Lord said the only way that you will find out that his people are in the land is if there's peace, right? There's no peace over there. There's nothing but desolate.
Right.
There's Levitical people walking around, man. Right? There's war going on over there, right? In America, we have understood that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews of the Bible.
That's
we
right.
are the true Israelites.
That's
Why?
right.
Because the Lord punished us for our iniquity.
That's right.
Right? And these curses shall be for, matter of fact, let me get it. Let me get verse 46.
That's right.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. Just to show you something, right? These curses weren't put on us, just to show, you know, the Lord can just beat on us, but because of something that happened that we've done to ourselves, right, Rito?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46.
Right?
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Right, these curses shall be on us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, for a sign and a wonder. To do what?
For a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Right, to show you what? That the Lord punished us, right? The Israelites, right? He didn't punish anybody else, right? If I could, can I get the book of Baruch, right? Chapter 4, verse 6. Right, just to show you that, you know, just because of our oppression, right? Just because of our slavery, right? It wasn't meant to, you know, to harm us, right? To put us into a deeper pit, right? It was made to make us stronger, right? But for our disobedience, the Lord punished us, right? The Lord, you know, we turn our back against the Lord, so the Lord punished back against us.
That's right.
Right?
4:6.
Right? So this just goes to show you that here in America, man, we have never received any type of help. We've never received any type of, you know, food for our mind, whether it be spiritual or physical, right?
Right.
Read that.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath.
Because we disobeyed the Lord put us into captivity, right? Well, let me tell you something. In America, we were in slavery for over 400 years. And you know what the oppressor did to us? He stumped your child while he cut our women's bellies open, right? And took the child, watched the baby fall out and stuff on the child's head. Right? That's what America has done to you. America has walked you down in the street and shot you in the back. That's what America has done to you, right? You know what America has also done? Put you in the Christian church just to show you that he really does not love you. Just to show you more of how much of an oppressor he really is, right? Read that one more time.
First, this is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nation, not for your destruction.
So it wasn't meant to destroy you, right? You wasn't supposed to forget your culture. But America has done it to you. America has gave you a slave Bible.
Right.
And that's exactly what the Christianity teaches. That's exactly what Christianity teaches.
Right.
Christian church tell you, man, love everybody. Obey your master. Right? That's what Christian church say. Right? You know?
But because ye moved God to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemy.
Right, we were delivered unto our enemies, man. Who is an enemy? What is an enemy, right? Somebody who wants you gone. Just to, you know, eradicate you. Well, let me tell you something. The Lord never wanted it to be that way. The Lord said, well, it was never meant to destroy you. To a point to where we will forget everything that we were ever taught by the Lord, right? We forgot our holy days, right? We forgot to keep the law, right? We also forgot how to raise a child, to be a father, forgot how to be a mother, right? Those are the things that America has taught you how to do, how to destroy a family, right? They have taught you to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. They haven't taught you anything to bring you up, to be closer to the Most High, because he knows if you come into a position of power, his kingdom is going to fall, man.
Damn right, I'm a U.P.K nigga. Straight out of 1 West, no contest. We the best to the niggas who's living. living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed. Slaves, niggas is dying off in waves. Living in dirt, now it's a grave. Niggas cross-talk through the crosswalking or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid. America's killing us, saying they fearing us. Put the drugs in the hood, now my niggas delirious. Put a gun in my face, all because of my race. Click, boom, flash, for some Skittles and murder my ass. Like a sheep to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father, give strength to the fatherless, looking for the marauders. This fucking taking our daughters, nigga, it's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, or get your ass up, cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fuck.